Alright everyone, time for the final episode look at today, the Cloud Miners. On Stardate 5818.4, the Federation Starship Enterprise arrives at the planet Ardana on a mission to retrieve a mineral called Zenyte, which is needed to halt a vegetation plague on the planet Merrick II. Captain Kirk wishes to speed along the negotiations for the mineral, beams down directly to the Zenyte mines with First Officer Spock. Despite Androna's leader, High Advisor Placis' request to beam to the floating city of Stratos. Once Kirk and Spock arrive at the mine, they are surrounded by angry miners and a savage brawl ensues. During the struggle, Kirk notices a strange yet beautiful woman among the rioters. Placis quickly arrives to the security force, who easily drives the rioting miners off, then invites Kirk and Spock to go with him back to the city immediately while his people search for the Zenyte. Once on the floating city, Kirk and Spock are entertained as guests until the Zenyte can be produced from the mines. The other of the people of Androna are divided between the labor caste troglodytes, who work hard in the dangerous mines, while the elite city dwellers reap all the profits and live in luxury. A group of troglodytes, termed disruptors by the Stratos dwellers, are rebelling against the elites. Unknown to Kirk, the city's police have captured a troglodyte who has sneaked into the city and defaced priceless artwork. Instead of divulging the leader of the rebellious workers, the man jumps to his death from a city balcony. Placis' daughter Droxine takes a liking to Spock, fascinated by his exquisite ears, and her interest is initially returned. Another woman, Vanna, seems to be interested in Captain Kirk. Vanna, however, is really the rebel leader of the troglodytes, takes Kirk hostage until the city elite meet her demands. Kirk recognizes her as the woman he saw at the mine and begins to question her, but she does not cooperate. She accuses the city dwellers of using the Enterprise as an intimidation tactic toward her people. Spock, Droxine, and the Sentinel arrive, and Vanna is subdued. She's then taken in for interrogation where Placis has her tortured till she reveals the names and locations of her fellow rebels. Kirk is outraged by Placis' actions and demands the interrogation be stopped. Placis instead orders Kirk and Spock to leave the city immediately. The two return to the Enterprise, where Chief Medical Officer Dr. McCoy reports that unprocessed Zenyte emits an odorless invisible gas, which diminishes mental capacity and heightens emotion. Spock believes that the workers serving aboard the floating city have been isolated from the effects of the Zenyte gas. Instead of being mindless workers toiling away in the mines, they become aware of their unfair treatment by the higher class. Kirk has special masks made that will filter against the Zenyte gas and offers Placis them for his workers. However, Placis shows no interest. Kirk violates his ban from the city and secretly beams down to Vanna's holding cell. He explains his offer to help her and the other workers achieve equality with the city dwellers and offers her the masks. Vanna seems interested, and Kirk overpowers the guard, whereupon Vanna and Kirk return to the Zenyte mines. Once there, however, she grabs Kirk's phaser and takes him hostage again with the help of two other troglodytes, Midra and Anka. The two men would rather see Kirk dead, but Vanna has other plans. Vanna forces Kirk to experience the hardship of the miners and puts him to work digging for Zenyte. Vanna's men depart, leaving her alone with Kirk. He takes advantage of the situation and regains his phaser. He blasts the ceiling of the mine and seals the only way out. He then contacts the Enterprise to have Placis found and beamed to his location. An indignant Placis arrives, and Kirk forces him and Vanna to mine for Zenyte. The effects of the Zenyte gas become apparent as Kirk becomes more hostile. As the supply of oxygen depletes, Placis demands to be set free, but Kirk strikes him and the two begin to brawl with mining implements. Vanna, realizing that Kirk was right about the gas after all, manages to find Kirk's communicator, signals the Enterprise to quickly beam them up before the men kill each other. Once the effects of the gas wear off and the three settle down, Kirk offers the mask to Vanna once again. She accepts Kirk's offer in exchange for a supply of the Zenyte, to which Placis strongly protests, but realizes he really has no other option. Kirk tells Placis that the elite and miners must be treated as equal, while Vanna vows that her people will no longer be impaired by the gas, and demand it even more vigorously now. With the supply of Zenyte in hand, he and Spock return to the Enterprise. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, let's look at the influence that the story has had. Manny Coto, showrunner of Star Trek Enterprise, stated in an interview for StarTrek.com that he had wanted to feature the Cloud City of Stratos in the fourth season of that series. There was one I really wanted to do set on Stratos, the Cloud City from the Cloud Miners. I really wanted to do a two-parter on that location to see Stratos in its earlier stages. Yeah, that would have been really cool, but unfortunately, nothing like that ever happened. So, I give the Cloud Miners 4 warp cores out of 5. Well, tune in tomorrow as we look under the Savage Curtain. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.